Yo, I just made this video. Make it again. Why men want cooking in Kaya and not 99% of women. And this is a fact. Why do men date hoes? Why do men pay for sex? Why do men go to strip clubs? I don't do any of this shit. But why do men do it? I like me a good girl. You know, why? Why? Because women do not like to hear anything that makes men happy. Women don't like anything that involves a man smiling. Women don't like seeing a man think. They don't like seeing a man relax. They don't like seeing a man at peace. They don't like a man just enjoying sitting in his chair in an empty room with nothing but a PlayStation and a television. They hate to see a man that works all the time. They hate to see a man that stays at home. They hate a man that doesn't have any money. They hate a man with too much money. Women just hate men. So when you have a young woman doing literally everything that men want, it drives a lot of these bitter, resentful, insane narcissists insane because it makes them aware of how fucking crazy that they are. It's like when you got that one dumb friend, and most times you just gotta nod and be like, yeah, man, I feel you. And then one day you gotta just let them know, like, do you ever, like, listen to yourself talk and realize how fucking stupid that shit sound? You gotta yell at a man for him to love you. The meaner you are to a man, the more he's like this stupid shit that women tell themselves. She did everything for him. Who said that? You or her? You, her, or him? Because if he left her, his perspective matters a lot more than yours. I love this saying. I think I'm the one that invented it too. Unless a woman is a lesbian, what other women think about her is irrelevant. The only thing that matters is what men think about her, because she's attracted to men and she wants a man. And I would make it even better for you. The only men that matter are the men that she's actually fucking interested in. The opinions of all the other men don't matter. The man that you are trying to attract and that you want in your life, your husband, your boyfriend, your spouse, that his opinion and perspective of the world is the only thing that matters. So why would you spend your time with him doing everything but what makes him happy? He may not want you to suck his dick every day. He may not need that. He may not need you to put up some kitty cat every day. But he might want to have a conversation. He might just want some intimacy. He might want to just watch a movie with you. I suggest, I just told me, it'd be nice and intimate for us to do, baby girl. We could fold the laundry together. She wanted to watch the movie Red One. We could fold the laundry. Fold the laundry. I don't want to fold the laundry. I don't want to fold the laundry. Who the fuck wants to fold laundry, brother? Who the fuck wants to fold laundry? No one wants to fucking fold the goddamn laundry. Who the fuck wants to goddamn vacuum the goddamn steps? Who wants to wash the motherfucking dishes? No fucking body. Who wants to cook for 8 fucking people? Nobody. Unless you're paying them for it. Fucking nobody. But you do it together, you make it better. You do it together, you put on some music, you do a little dancing. Women like being victims. Women like being miserable. Women like drama. Women like stress. Women like chaos. And the majority of you honestly don't need a man. You're probably in a great situation by yourself. I'll be completely real with you. If you got you a few girlfriends, you got you a fucking auntie or some shit like that, or a godmother, then you know what? it don't really matter. Do it. It don't really matter. You know, you got everything. I'll be real with you. You got everything you need. If you are a young woman, you got your own job. You know, you don't got no man. You can pay all your bills. You got a dog or a cat. You got some good friends. You got a good relationship with your family. You are auntie or a godmother. You know, your friends got kids or some shit like that. You know, that's enough. That's enough. Because you're probably fucking traumatized. If you ain't got no man and you're single, you probably got some fucked up issues that either you would ruin a man's life or the introduction of a man to your life will reveal to you how fucked up your life is. And you don't want to go through that experience. Because it's not an easy thing to go through. I had to break that down for baby girl the other day. It's like you dealing with shit that you've been sitting on and processing and refusing to face and deal with for damn near 30 years now. When you go through that, anything, you know, say you don't wash the laundry for a couple weeks. All right, now you got 2 loads of laundry that you got to fold. That's my situation right now. I didn't feel like doing the laundry. She didn't feel like doing the laundry. Guess what? Another week went by. We had to wear clothes. There's more laundry to do. So now I got to do the laundry from last week. And I got to do the laundry from this week. Because I procrastinated. So I don't just have to do what I need to do. I also have to do what I should have did back then. So when you go through trauma and you don't go to therapy, you don't get that shit fixed, you don't get that shit checked out, you're not just dealing with, oh, well, the key to a healthy relationship is communication. Yeah, it's also how you communicate. The key to a healthy relationship is comprehension. The key to communication is expression. You know, you got to speak in a way that people want to listen to you and people can understand what the fuck you're saying. If not, you got a failure to communicate and then you're going to argue. I don't know why women like to argue. Men don't. And I can assure you this, because if I argue with another man, the chances of us fighting are 90% higher than me arguing with a woman. Arguing with a woman is her getting louder, trying to talk over you. You know, that's not the same as a person. If a grown-ass man did that shit, we'd be fighting. There's just a lot of things that women do that if a man had done it to another man, one of these men would end up dead or in prison. And women have a weird way of justifying it for themselves. Y'all don't need to be with a man. You got 30 years of shit that you already needed to work on. And you got 30 years of trying to do the right thing now. You're going to be 90. By the time you figure out your life issues and what you've gone through, you'll be 90 years old. So you got to find a guy that wants to deal with your bullshit for 60 years. Maybe 30, 40 of those years are hard. You know? But the last 20 to 30 could be nice. Maybe you'll live to 100. I don't know. But you got to find a guy that's going to deal with you the way that you are. And the way that a lot of women are is fucked up. Sexually assaulted at a young age. Now you want someone's son to figure that shit out. You know, your dad wasn't there. Now you want someone's son to be your dad. Y'all the same age. You know, you grew up in poverty. Now you're dating a dude twice your age, 3 times your age, just so you don't have to experience the hardship of poverty anymore, rather than making the world better for poor people or becoming a socialist or a political activist for the poor. You just want to be a sugar baby for the oppressor class. Women got a lot of weird shit going on that I wouldn't advise men to avoid dealing with, because if you're heterosexual, like you have to engage with women. But you got to spend more time as a young man. I'm not in the dating market anymore. You see me laying up in my motherfucking bed, chilling. You don't do shit like this if you're single. You don't get to. Maybe you do. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck single niggas. I don't know what single niggas do. I just imagine y'all motherfuckers work all the goddamn time. You know, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I remember some woman saying, "If you take a nap during the day, you gay." Like, bitch, ask my woman if I'm gay. Do that. Do that for me. Ask her if I'm gay. It's 12 o'clock in the afternoon. That's how I feel about you. That's how I feel about you. How the hell you gonna tell me what the fuck being a man is if you ain't got no fucking penis? How the fuck you gonna tell me to be a man, how to be a man, when the only niggas you wanna listen to are gay or trans? Shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch. You ain't have no motherfucking daddy. How the fuck you gonna tell me shit? Where's your penis at? Where's your pectorals? Where's your motherfucking beard at? Come on now. How the fuck you gonna tell me shit about being some shit that you never been in your life, you never experienced before, you never done, but you don't want to hear shit about being a woman from me as a man. You don't want to hear shit about what's gonna make me happy. You don't want to hear shit about how the fuck I want my life to go. You don't want to hear shit about my expectations and perspectives, the hairstyles that I would like. You so caught up in trying to appease all these other people and appease all these fake motherfuckers and appease all these other bitches. Only person you need to make happy is your spouse. As a man, I think we get acutely way too in tune to that, because women are a bit different. Women want other women to want you. So they can't have you, so only they can have you. Women don't mind other women looking at their man, because that lets them know that they made a good decision to themselves. Men want a woman that other men can't obtain. They can't get her attention. If I'm sitting there at a table, and it's me, you, and your man, and we sitting there, and I got you kiki ha-ha, how is he gonna feel? He doesn't care. He can be whatever the fuck you want to be. He feel how the fuck you want to feel. You sitting there, I'm talking to you, kiki haha. I'm an interesting motherfucker. I tell you about my books research. Oh my god, that's so interesting. Oh my god, they're about sex too. Oh my god, like you he's a how the fuck you gonna feel? How the fuck you gonna feel? And then how the fuck you gonna feel you around me by yourself next time? Men don't like shit like that. You out here kiki ha ha. He's my friend. No, bitch, you wanna fuck you. There's not a man on God's green earth who doesn't want to reproduce and breed and spread his shit kids. He may not want to raise them. Unfortunately, there's a lot of deadbeat assholes. There's a lot of traumatized, fucked up men too. I'll give you that 100 days out of Tuesday. There's a lot of fucked up, traumatized men too. So again, if you're in a good situation, you're a single woman, you don't need to worry about being one of motherfucking man. Because if you really needed a man, you would have one already. If you were the type of woman who is going to be married, he would have asked you already. If you're still single, you ain't married, you got a lot of work to do. You got to do the work before you get a man. Too many of y'all want to wait until you're married. You want to wait until you're married and you trap the motherfucker. And he can't get the fuck away from you. You had a baby with the motherfucker. He can't get away from you. And then you want to negotiate what the fuck you got to do or not going to do. It's too fucking late for that. You got to be a wife before you become a fucking wife. Those are the chicks that are married. I tell you, every time I see a woman who's married, by the time I find out that she's married or she has to tell me that she has a husband, I'm well aware of why she's married. Every time I see a woman who is single or raising kids by herself, by the end of the conversation, I could tell why she is single. Because I wouldn't want shit to do with you. I wouldn't want shit to do with you at all. I wouldn't tolerate any. And a lot of you women are honestly really lucky because your man is willing to deal with shit that I would never fucking put up with. And it's crazy how much y'all get away with. It's crazy how many men take y'all back. It's crazy how many men stay for their families despite all this shit that women do. But it's like y'all hate cooking with Kaya. Y'all hate sandwich cutie pie. Y'all hate any woman who tells you how to make a man happy and tells you how to keep a man because you want an excuse for why you don't got a man. You want an excuse for why you got cheated on. You want an excuse for why you're not married. You want an excuse for why you got divorced. You want an excuse for why the issue is not you. And the problem is probably you. You're probably the problem. You know, most relationships that I have seen in the past 20 years, she's been the issue. Oh, he doesn't provide. That sounds like you're not appreciative. You telling me he doesn't do shit? You're telling me that he doesn't wake up, he doesn't breathe, he doesn't talk, he doesn't do shit. He just lay, because if that was the case, he would literally melt into the bed. There's stories of this. There's stories of people who do nothing, who become bedridden, and they melt into the bed. They melt through the sheets. They melt through the mattress. They melt through the bed. So if he didn't melt through the bed, you're not being honest. If he's not sitting there like in the mat, and the special thing is of why it's your fault, because that's an extreme example, right? You're like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're watching that as a young woman. You're watching his love die for you. You're watching him get angry at you. You're watching him want to cry and break down. You're seeing how much that you hurt him. You're seeing how much you break him down. You're seeing how much stress you put him under. You see the damage that you're doing to this man, and you will still justify this shit. Y'all don't need men. Y'all really don't. Because you would never appreciate it. You want a man to be what you want to be. You want to be rich and famous and all this other crazy kooky shit. So that's what a man has to provide for you, because you can't do it for your fucking self. The man got to make you happy and make you feel feminine, because you can't do it your goddamn self. A man has got to fix your car. He's got to fix your roads. He's got to build, because you can't do it your goddamn self. You're right. You don't need men. You're dependent upon them. It's beyond a state of need. I need food and water. I'm not dependent upon food and water. It's just a part of the process. I need to eat. I need to hydrate myself. I need sleep. I'm not dependent upon sleep. No, you don't need men. You are dependent wholly upon men. You don't have a choice in the matter. You don't have an opinion on it. There's no escape from it. You can't keep a man. You can't maintain a relationship. You can't make a man happy. And you want excuses for it. Oh, all men are gay. Where'd you come from? You came from a test tube? You were IVF? You lying ass. The issue is that women lie and other women believe them. Men don't. You might catch a few simps out there. What you find is a lot of men who don't give a fuck. What you'll find is a lot of men who just need some pussy. They just need sex. They're not dependent upon it. They just need sex. When a man is dependent upon sex, that's when he does start simping. He does start tricking. He does get into abusive, fucked up situations that he would rather get himself out of When he becomes dependent upon sex, when a man has sexual discipline, y'all have no idea what to do. When you can't just throw pussy to fix a problem, you can't just suck a guy's dick to say sorry, what do you do? Can you apologize? Can you take accountability? Can you give him a game plan and a strategy about how you're going to fix your behavior? Can you give him a deadline and timeline? Can you show him the strategies, the research, and the methodology that you're going to use to solve your relationship issues or your childhood trauma? No, you're going to yell and scream and gaslight because you weren't raised to do that. You weren't raised to fix the conditions that you've gone through within your internalized misandry and your internalized misogyny. You haven't done that work. It's going to take you as many years as it took to program you that way to get deprogrammed. Some of you, that's 14 years. Some of you, that's 10 years. So you got about 10 to 30 years until you're a functioning adult again. You might be 60. You might be 50 when that happens. For some of you, it's been 30 years of you watching dysfunctional women, you watching abusive women, you watching toxic women, and you admiring these motherfuckers, and you becoming just like them. That's why cooking with Kaya. That's why some men would rather just watch pornography or pay for OnlyFans than date. They would rather just masturbate and satisfy their sexual gratification that way and maintain his pole position over you and maintain his feeling of superiority over you by paying for sex. Because it has to be degrading to get paid for sex. For my personal perspective, I can't imagine anything more degrading than that. If you're in a relationship, there's a lot more going on in the relationship. There's far more to the dynamic than just sex. If you're in a relationship as a young woman and the only thing that you got to provide is pussy, that has to be the most degrading, shameful thing that I've ever imagined before in my life. Because I have so many relationships with women that I do not have sex with. And I can't. I can only fuck one woman. I can only have sex with one person until she leaves me. Or whatever the fuck. Or she changes her mind or some shit. I don't know. You know, but I only got one woman I can have sex with. I don't got to deal with none of the shit a lot of y'all. I forgot my overall point with that. It's been about 23 minutes or so. What was I about to say? I don't remember what the point was for that. I was talking about how some men, it has to be degrading to only be able to offer sex. And it's like, so I have all these relationships with women, like now, because I'm back in school now, I'm back in college now. I'm not like, I don't got female friends like that. I don't got women friends, because then you gotta say girlfriends. I got Nah, I don't do that. I don't do none of that shit. Tried it don't work. It ain't cool. There's always going to be the desire for you to be inside them, either from you or from them. And if it's from you, I feel like they're well aware of that, and they have their ways of just kind of, usually just kind of putting you to the side. Oh, your girlfriend's very nice. Oh, we're just friends. When she wants to have sex with you, that's when women fuck up your life. When she's attracted to you and you're not attracted to her, that's when women fuck up your life and destroy your situation. When you no longer want to be with her and she wants to be with you, that is when women become dysfunctional, fucked up, and crazy and toxic. Because you're essentially rejecting her. And you're making her feel insecure, and you're reminding her of all the insignificance that she has to you. And that in reality, the world doesn't revolve around her. She's not as desirable as she thinks she is. And there's going to be a myriad of things that she needs to work on in order to get with you. And she could do those things and the relationship would be a lot better. But she's probably not. She's probably just going to kick and scream and gaslight you. So that's why cooking and Kaya, and not 99% of women.